SK Hynix IPO is coming soon, but you might already own it. Before you chase the hype of IPOs, the FOMO, let me show you how you can have a piece of this AI giant without the crazy spikes that we're seeing with another recent IPO. So let's take a look at the ETF DRAM, the Round Hill Memory ETF, and SK Hynix is a top holding in this fund. This is the basket that holds those memory team ETFs. And just like other ETFs, it gives you all of those top performing champions in one holding. A $100 investment into this fund will give you over $16 into SK Hynix. And you'll be getting a piece of Micron, Samsung, Western Digital, and other companies. Built-in diversification, no stress, not betting on just one company. So, do you currently have DRAM in your portfolio or another semiconductor ETF? Share in the chat, yes or no. So now, back to SK Hynix. It was expected to IPO at $149, but now I'm seeing numbers indicating that it may open at $176.01. The media puts a lot of hype behind IPOs, which can let you feel like you're missing out. But in reality, we've seen it before. Every story is different, but after the IPO, prices often pop on the day and then cool off. Many IPOs actually underperform the broader market in their first year. And the truth is, you don't need to own everything as an individual stock. Investing into an ETF like DRAM already gives you meaningful exposure without the IPO turmoil that often happens initially. As of the time that I'm recording, DRAM is down 2.63%, and the current share price is $60.50. So, how do you know when to buy more? This is where you can incorporate the PE ratio. It can be your best friend. Think of PE as a price tag on a company's profits. A PE of 30 means that you're paying $30 for every $1 of profit that the company makes. When it drops to 20, that same $1 of profit is suddenly on sale. And I like a sale, including when it comes to my investments. So for this memory ETF, a price of around $65 would be 30 times earnings. So right now it's closer to a light buy zone, but around $45 would be down closer to a 20 times earnings. So that is definitely a heavy buy zone. So basically, if I was going about investing into this, I would dollar cost average even at the current price, but I would have some money reserved so that I can go heavier if we drop down into the 50s and definitely into the 40s. Don't let the numbers overwhelm you. And of course, if you're buying and holding for the long term, you don't have to be so rigid about trying to always time things and find that perfect price. But remember, we want to buy low and hold long term. So let me know in the chat, have you ever incorporated taking a look at the PE when it comes to an ETF, not just your regular stocks? You can give jumping into SK Hynix a little time for things to shake out, 6 months or so, or just continue to get your exposure through ETFs. Think about it like this, an ETF like DRAM or SMH as the cake, the structure. I hold this in my portfolio and I'm currently up 11.77%. Each of these investments have a different starting point, but that's my total gain so far. Now, looking at some of those top holdings, NVIDIA, AMD, and Taiwan Semi, I also have shares of those in my portfolio. And those are the icing, the sprinkles, something to add on top for additional exposure and higher growth potential. So you want both the cake, the frosting, and the sprinkles, not just a pile of sprinkles. That would basically just be a mess and high risk. So I let my ETFs do the heavy lifting, then manage a few individual stocks when the opportunity comes and the investment fits my long-term strategy. So when it comes to NVIDIA, I'm up 59.31%. Semi, I'm up 122.77%. And AMD, I'm up 120.6%. So when it comes to global memory, Samsung, Micron, and SK Hynix, as well as SanDisk, are some big names. They are the leaders when it comes to this category. SK Hynix currently holds 58% of the high bandwidth memory market share. So, just like I was sharing with my investment into SMH and the semiconductor investments that I've incorporated into my portfolio, you could do the same with the DRAM in time, incorporating SK Hynix and companies like Micron for more exposure to the memory chip sector. Deals may seem exciting and make you feel like you have to rush in right now, but think it through, take your time, evaluate your portfolio to see if you already have exposure to a company that's about to IPO so that you don't buy high and have to wait out the volatility unnecessarily. Think it through. Have a plan so that you're never buying or selling out of emotion. So, my final message is stay consistent, be patient, put the work into knowing what you are incorporating into your portfolio, that they are quality investments that you can hold for the long term. Sectors or indices that are thriving, that have proven themselves. Consistently invest and potentially take the time to put in that work to buy when the prices are most attractive. This is how I'm going about building wealth for the long term. Drop a like if I gave you any new information around this upcoming IPO. Share if you'll be buying SK Hynix or just sticking to your ETFs like DRAM. So we will soon see how this Korean company, SK Hynix, raises $26.5 billion in the biggest foreign debut. You can currently view it under the ticker symbol SKHYV, but when it starts trading on Monday, July 13th, it'll be under the ticker symbol SKHY. If you made it this far, I hope you're already subscribed. If not, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, hype this video, check out my referral links. There are many ways to support the channel. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.